All right, and we are live as always. Just let me know if there's anybody out there. If you can hear me clearly and if you can see the screen. Great gamer, you are first. And as always, we're just going to wait for the audience to build up. Then we'll get discussing. Pretty much we're going to be talking about Tuesday's episode, Wicked. Just talking about that episode. And if you're just tuning in, if you can let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you think of the episode? I'll tell you my thoughts soon enough. Hey, Joyce. I'm going to be honest here. This was not one of my favorite episodes of the season so far. It was probably one of the weaker ones. 8 out of 10. I'm not going to lie. I'm on the verge of giving it like a 6 or a 6.5. That might seem rather low, but I feel like this episode had more lows than highs. That's just my opinion. What was last week's episode, Every 6 Months? I let that one slide just because there was a lot of setup in that episode. There was a lot of setup. This episode, maybe it's because I went into this episode thinking we get more information about the whole Amanda homicide and Jennifer, homicide. But then we find out that the DA is literally just setting things up, manipulating the witnesses. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw him go into Sarah's office, I was like Sarah, thinking, oh my gosh, he has this great evidence. I was thinking to myself, why is the DA so confident in his evidence when Sarah pretty much took all the evidence and gave it to Jim? So I'm thinking he must have this groundbreaking discovery. But then we find out that, yeah, it looks like the bullets came from they're the same bullets, but then he's trying to manipulate Wyatt into saying that he saw the crimes with a gun. That way he can use that against him in court. And I was a bit disappointed by that. Hey, I can't wait till it gets really good. Me neither. I'm not gonna lie. What was it? Aaron Boy and what was the episode after that? Hannah's Tea. Those were two great episodes, but the past two episodes have been a bit lackluster. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I saw the messages. Dorothy gave it an 8. Great message. Gave it an 8. Am I being too low? I think a 6.5. I mean, I just wait. Do a video on Joan. Who's Joan? Is that the name of the ghetto maid or the name of Justin's wife? I forgot. But yes, I actually wrote a list of videos I need to do, and I will get them done. But since I wasn't on here to do videos yesterday, I said, let me do a live stream first, then I'll do my videos, because you all know I got the videos coming. And after this live stream, I'd love to do a live stream on The Pain since it comes on tomorrow. Oh, the maid. Yes. Let me talk about the good parts, because there were some good parts. I do love Melissa's one-liners. But did anybody notice that slap Veronica gave Melissa? I know she's still recovering from her, the wreck and whatnot. But that slap she gave Melissa, that was so weak. That was so weak. It was, I feel like Veronica's slap to her face was weaker than Monique's reasoning for boycotting Netflix. And yes, I said it. I'm getting, golly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of sick of Veronica's craziness, the whole, anti-gay for her son and pretending she's being beaten up by David and this and that. I don't know. I feel like, okay, maybe it's because it's set up and whatnot. Maybe it'll get better as time goes on, but we'll just have to wait and see. Oh yeah, I will agree. It would not surprise me if Catherine purposefully set up, is it Joanne? Joanne the maid? I feel like that was all a setup just to get Hannah to work for her again, because if you go back to episode 1 and you recall the interview that Catherine gave Hannah, Joanne was pretty much doing the complete opposite. Catherine wanted to make sure Hannah wouldn't, talk about family business. She wanted to make sure she was diligent. She wasn't a thief and stuff like that. And Joanne was literally the opposite. And I remember when Catherine introduced her, she said, yeah, Joanne used to work for me before. So I'm thinking to myself, Catherine knows to screen her maids and whatnot. So I wonder why she would rehire this person, then have her acting the way she is, unless she was putting on a show. Which I feel like Catherine is manipulating Hannah to take those blessings. And it's kind of like when Candace set up Erica in the car so Benny would buy it and then give it to Hannah, because she knew that Hannah wouldn't accept it. What if Melissa passed Benny's child to Jeffrey? Do you think? Yeah, I don't think she would know. I don't even think she should care. Would care if the baby's healthy. She wouldn't care. I don't know about you, but I think Sarah might end up leaving her job as assistant DA, because I feel like she left her, like hooker prostitution life to be a legitimate woman of the law. But then after seeing how corrupt it is on the inside, it wouldn't surprise me if she changes and does something else. For all we know, she might actually try to help the criers. I don't know. You know what? Hang on a second. Let me grab my list. Now I'm going to read this out loud. This is a list of video concepts I have for the week. Did Melissa get an abortion? Did Catherine set up her ghetto maid? Some of these are working titles now. Okay, Justin, I'm not going to lie. Melissa's drinking and it looks like Veronica's going to bust her upside the head with a bottle. When Justin went to Jeffrey's cell, I'm not going to lie. I think that Justin was probably going to tell Jeffrey about Veronica without harassing him. I'm just throwing that out there. I think that for the first time, Justin was being sincere. I know that I'm not trying to give him credit or anything, but I'm just trying to call it as I saw it. I feel like Justin was probably just going to take Justin to the back. Justin was going to take Jeffrey to the back and then tell him, hey, your mom survived the wreck. I feel like that's what was going to happen, in my opinion. Will Justin's wife divorce him? And again, I'm just reading off video concepts here. Rocky, the bartender at the hotel. I don't know about you, but he was kind of looking at Candace kind of funny. He's kind of like, hey, where were you? Are you okay? So it makes me wonder, if he might, I don't know, work against her in the future. Will Veronica kill Melissa? Will Hannah ever accept Catherine's offer? And do these people ever clean themselves up after having sex? Yes, that is a video because, okay. I know that Jim told Sarah she can leave after they had sex because she went to the office to get the evidence, came back and gave it to him. Then supposedly went back to the office. George took her around to Wyatt and Catherine. And I'm just like, did this woman at least take a shower after having sex with Jim? Because you know how awkward it is to be sitting across the son of the man you screwed, and then you're sitting across from the wife whose husband you just screwed. It's just ridiculous. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then like an episode recap. Yeah, Dorothy, but I think that's going to be the only, that's the only way. Okay, here's my thing, and I even made a post on the community tab. Now, I'm happy that Hannah wants to go to night school. I mean, excuse me. She wants to go to school. Well, she possibly wants to go to school to become a nurse because she's reached a point of, you know what? I just want to do something different with my life. And I'm thinking, you know what? That's great. But you know what, Hannah? You don't have a home. You don't have any money, and you don't have a job. What are you going to do? Are you going to take out financial aid with Sally Mae? I mean, you might as well. Benny took out a loan for the Malones, and I mean, that's his life on the line. And Sally Mae, that's your financial future and credit on the line. So why not? But don't get me wrong. I'm glad that Hannah wants to possibly do something different, but at the same time, it's like, look, you don't have anywhere to go, and I'm glad she's going to think about Catherine's offer to come back for double the salary, have two people under her, you know, to help out. But at the same time, it's like, Hannah, you just got to take some of these blessings at some point, because I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. No, David ain't right for trying to get Benny to go to jail in order to get out Jeffrey. Even though, hey, Jeffrey and Benny deserve to be in jail. So Veronica's back in power, but she seems unnecessarily crazy than usual. And hey, it looks like we got that first nod at her and Candace doing a team up. So pretty much Candace and Veronica both have the idea of taking David for everything he's got. But at the end of the day, I think that Veronica wants Erica dead. So poor Erica, she's just going to be stuck at that house. Leave Hannah alone. I'm not making fun of her. I like Hannah as a character. But at the same time, it's pretty much the same thing with her. She doesn't accept help. Look, here's how it is with Hannah. Her dialogue is consisting of, I'm not going to accept your help, or Benny, why are you messing around with that crazy woman? That's pretty much all her character is right now. I hope her and Derek work out, but I do think at some point she will encounter that man that raped her. But I don't know. I really hope that Derek isn't the guy with the lion tattoo, and I hope him and Hannah actually work out. That way it gives her character some good stuff. Then Jim and Gia, and I saw in the preview that Candace is like, you should have took the money, but his wife came in. Not to mention he only had $1,000, so it's whatever. Yeah, Erica's pregnant and realize she's showing. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, hey, she still looks good in my opinion. And some people were talking about Justin's wife showing. I mean, let's put it, if she's pregnant in real life, okay. But there's no way she's pregnant in the show. I mean, she literally said those two haven't been intimate in like a year or so now. Yeah, I agree. Hannah could go to work and go to school at the same time. And unfortunately, she's no longer raising Quincy Jr., but she's raising Benny like he's a toddler. Not to say he's not making stupid mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the opening scene, Benny walking away from Veronica, confronting David. Veronica and I want to know what David had in that folder, all the dirt he had on her. And then not to mention all the dirt it goes back to those puzzle pieces she was talking about. All the dirt she has on him. I really want to see those two in divorce court. Benny needs a butt whooping. I mean, yeah. I love how he was talking to David about I whoop your behind before, but as Mitch pointed out, I don't know, man. The old dude was holding his own, so. Plus, David is past, physical fighting. It's like, man, now I'm gonna lock your ass behind bars. That's pretty much where he's at right now. Maybe Benny will use that money for Hannah to go to nursing school. That would be nice. He even said that he would pay for her to go through a therapist about her being raped when she was younger. But Benny has to use that money. If Benny doesn't use the money for the tow truck, then there's no way he can make any kind of income to pay back them loans. Yeah, I don't think Melissa's. I feel like she might have been pregnant, but then she got an abortion or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Don't you find it strange how she didn't even want to bother with having the baby checked on after the car wreck? That let me know right there that if she actually got a checkup, the doctor would have found out she wasn't pregnant. So Hannah's going to manage the housekeeper. Yeah. And for everybody just tuning in, I don't know. I mean, I said this at the beginning, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank the episode? Personally, I give it like a 6.5. Because I feel like the major down points were the hype around, Amanda's gun, and then it just turning out to be a fake out. But that's just my opinion. Oh, yeah, then I did love the little Oscar cameo. Okay, see you later, Mr. Smith. But hey, it's good to see that he's working things out. He has the account numbers. He's just working on the passwords. 7.5. Yeah, I mean 6.5 is kind of low, but maybe it's because I was so excited about it. And you remember me doing the videos about Amanda's gun, but then it not making any sense whatsoever how the same gun was used. Yeah, I'm confused about Amanda. Me too. I feel like it was just brought up for nothing. So. I think Veronica will kill Melissa after the baby is born. That might be the setup. I don't know. When Catherine looked, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Kobe. When Catherine was looking at that maid, I'm like, oh my god, she looked like she did when she killed Jennifer and when she was chasing Veronica around with that knife. I'm like, okay, scary Catherine. That was one of the best parts of the episode because remember how I was talking about why Catherine's personality seemed to just change so drastically since last season. You know, now she's happy-go-lucky, but that mama bear began to show herself. Cause I'm like, I hope that maid doesn't think there's a knife or something around her. She's in trouble. And assuming it wasn't a setup, let's pretend it wasn't a setup. Like this maid was literally acting the way she acts, and it wasn't a setup to get Hannah to come work for Catherine again. I think she stole some of that jewelry. It would not surprise me if she stole some of that jewelry. Yeah, back in season 4, it was like a legit horror movie, like Veronica being locked in a house, all the windows closed and everything. Everyone should know Jim was running for gun. I mean, there are a lot of things people should know about Jim. It's like, remember after the whole Celine debacle on TV, it was all over. It was on national news about Jim Cryer. So, oh, you know what? I will say this much. Like, say what you want about the slow pacing, but I just love the lighting and the camera work this season. It really looks different compared to season 1. That's not to say the earlier seasons were bad, but I just like the new way they're exploring the different camera angles and perspectives. It's really good. Yeah, Gia, I mean, I don't really know what to say about her. I mean, her and Jim, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be brought up next week that she was with Jim Cryer. She might be telling Candace that, hey, I was working on somebody, but then the wife came in, so it didn't work out. Because you know good and well, if Candace knew that Gia was with Jim, she would set up such a dynamic scheme to get him back. So I think that, of course, Gia's going to tell Candace about the man she was with, but won't say that was Jim Cryer because for all she knows, it could be another name. Like Jim could be using another name. I think that even Oscar called him like Mr. Smith. So, you know. Oh, yeah. Erica's going to get back at Candace. There's no way she's going to be taking that crap forever. I don't think Candace and Erica are going to see each other in person for a while, especially since Candace knows from Veronica that Erica needs to lay low for right now. And I'm going to be honest here. You know how Veronica was like, he'll use a black light. He'll get spooked if anything is out of place and this and that. I don't think that David's going to be that paranoid because look at the fact that he allowed a woman he doesn't even know to move in with him. I don't think that he'd do all those things with Erica. That's just my opinion. How can David be mad about Benny and Veronica when he's messing with Erica? I'm going to be honest here. I don't think that David gives a damn about Benny and Veronica. He just is upset about his son. That's pretty much it. That's all. That's what I feel. Because she's just boring. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, Erica's got to do something at some point because if not, she's literally just going to be sitting at David's house doing nothing. Hey, Jeremiah. All right, does anybody else have any other standout scenes and whatnot to talk about the episode? I'm not going to lie. I mean, I thought this episode wasn't as good. I want to see Hannah fight again. Fight who? Yeah, other than the Celine thing. I've always thought that Quincy killed Amanda. He went with her and she bought the gun. No, no, no. Amanda went to buy the gun herself from that pawn shop. She didn't have any money at the time, so she used those earrings she had that were real, like real gold or diamond, whatever it was, and then used that to buy the gun. Quincy was showing her how to use the gun. She only went with Quincy to get the death tattoo. You know what? I really like the whole dynamic of a friendship between Candace and Jeffrey. But if you look at all the times that those two have fought about something, it's because Candace threw Jeffrey into the fryer, but then acts concerned. It's like, Veronica, why is Jeffrey in there? He's not going to make it. I'm like, make up your mind, Candace. Do you not give a damn about anyone, or do you? It's just ridiculous. What will Erica do when she finds out that Veronica is in the plan? Oh my God. She probably won out, but remember that Candace has her under her thumb, so I don't know. Plus, Erica has no resources right now. She's literally out here on her own. I mean, she's clinging on to David, but that's just part of the bigger plan. And even if she turns sides and just wants to be with David and try to betray Veronica and Veronica and Candace, they could drop dime on her and just say that, you know what, David, Erica was just part of this bigger plan. So she was actually scheming you the entire time. Yeah, War and Quincy knew each other. Quincy, when he got out of jail, he went over to Warlock's territory. That was the first time we ever saw Warlock. And then the next time we saw Warlock was when Candace went over there asking for $5,000 and to kidnap Jim Cryer. And Warlock was like, Quincy been out here looking for you. Yeah, Hannah needs a love interest or something, yeah. Okay. Do you think Amanda... No, Amanda did not... No, she did not... No, fake her death. No, God, no. Okay. I'll leave the chat open a little bit longer. Are there any other questions or thoughts out there? Because after this live stream, I actually want to do a live stream on the Pains. And on that live stream, I just want to talk about the show in general. Because I did a video about how's the show doing so far. And the comments on that video had me rolling. So with that being said, it looks like I don't think there's anything else to say. Be on the lookout because I do have videos coming throughout the week about the episode itself in theory. So what I'm going to do is, it's obvious someone tried to frame Catherine. Yeah. I'm just going to shut down this live stream. I'll be back.